Oh my god, it has been so fucking long since I have filmed anything, and right off the bat I just start with a curse word. I just dropped the F-bomb. So for those of you who are watching and this is the first video of mine that you are watching, sorry that I am not sorry. And if you are offended by curse words or words such as pussy or penis, then you should immediately turn this video off. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, man, I don't know how I feel about this outfit. You guys can't see my boobs. It doesn't really do it any justice. Anyway, okay. So much has happened since my last video. I was doing a daily vlog in Vegas during the World Series of Poker, and I was attempting to, I filmed every single day, just about, so I have probably another 2 to 3 weeks of footage just chilling on a hard drive for me that definitely could be used. I chopped a tournament, I chopped a daily, and then like 2 weeks later I won the daily. So, and got footage of, you know, me on breaks and stuff like that. I definitely should have, I should put that out there just because I had a decent summer. I didn't have a great summer, but I did not have a losing summer. And when you don't have a losing summer in Vegas during the World Series, it's pretty good. This is 2 years in a row now that I have not had, that I've in fact had a winning summer, albeit small wins, but I will take it. But I am back in California, and I have so much has happened. It looks like I'm getting ready to move to Austin. I am super fucking excited to be moving to Austin. It's one of my favorite cities, probably my favorite city. And before I moved to California, I was moving from Florida, so it was kind of it was a toss-up between coming to South Orange County or going to Austin. And one of my best friends moved to Austin 3 years ago, and I fell in love with the city and the people, the food, the vibe, everything about it is just, yes. And you can walk around topless legally in Austin, so. Anyway, so I've been here for 2 years and I love SoCal, but I am a single parent who is grinding part-time poker. I am also part-time trying to start my business, and the overhead here in Southern California is just way too high, way too much. Like, I pay $2,500 for a 2-bedroom apartment, and because I chose not to renew my lease because I wanted to try and figure out where I was gonna go, now I'm on month to month paying $2,800 a month. And I don't know about you guys, but $2,800 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment, no, I'm out. So going to Austin, I'm actually visiting there in 6 days to go house hunting, and yes, I'm gonna get a house. So that's that. So I'm excited about that. And okay, moving on to more important things. Okay. Let's talk about blowjobs, but more specifically when ladies, when a man comes on your face, or men, when you come on her face or his face or whomever, whatever, okay? I was watching, one of my favorite shows is Insecure on HBO. So 2 weeks ago I was watching this episode where the main character, Issa, her and her friends have just gone to this, what did they go to? Like a women's expo where it was like sexual empowerment and this stuff. They took these classes, and then they took a blowjob class. And so the characters were talking about blowjobs and how, oh my God, no, they don't really do that, and all this other stuff. And so after they went to this expo, Issa, the main character, was inspired to give Daniel, one of her lovers, a blowjob. So it shows in the scene, she like goes down on him and he's like, oh, okay. Obviously, she doesn't do this often, if at all, ever. So in the middle of whatever, so she's sucking his dick and he tells her he's about to come and she keeps going and then he ends up coming on her face. It gets in her eye, she flips out, she's so angry, she like leaves and it's a shit show, okay? So she's so bitter. But what I don't understand is he warned her. He said, oh my God, that feels so good, or to some degree like that. And then he said, I'm going to come. She knew it was going to be coming out soon. And she stayed down there. And like, you actually have his dick in your hands. So you can kind of decide, like, you have his dick in his hands and his mouth. And he's like in the most vulnerable position. So she could have moved it around or stopped or pulled away if this was something that she didn't want to happen. And I don't understand why it's his fault. I don't know. Like, I mean, I can understand, like, if he didn't say anything and he just was like, oh, okay, and then just like sprayed it all over her without any warning. Yeah, that's fucked up. But he legit gave her a verbal warning. And if you're with, like for me, if I'm with a new partner and I'm doing that, I ask them to tell me. One, I like to know it turns me on when they're about to come, so I can either A, watch them, or B, make sure I don't stop doing what I'm doing, because obviously it's working. But there's also, so I can decide like where I want it. Like if I want to just let it come on them, in my hands, in my mouth, on my face, on my chest, like just so I can decide where it's going. But this way I give them permission. I just say, hey, like, oh, are you about to come? Let me know. You know, obviously during the act, it's probably, hopefully, a little sexier than that. But there's just no reason to be mad at somebody who lets you know that he's gonna come and you don't do anything with that information. But the best, like the worst part about that whole scene to me was afterwards it showed her like talking to a friend, and she's talking to Molly and she's so pissed. Molly's giving her shit because he came in her eye was hurting or whatever. But that needs to stop. All of this shaming of like sexual acts, and you make people feel bad. If you can't talk to your very best friend, obviously people have shit that they don't tell other people, right? You have intimate stuff that you're not going to but like, well, like me, I have my very best friend Nicole, she knows everything. Like we get into like very, very like the finite details, and we want to know everything about everything that's going on and how it is, and like there's no holds barred. Like it's just all gloves are off. What kind of fluids were exchanged? What happened? Like we tell each other everything. But I do realize that some people aren't like that. I think probably a lot of people aren't like that. But the problem I have is the shaming into like these different sexual acts, and like then you make this person feel like shit when you were the one that had all the control. He's hands off. You get to do what you want to do while you're down there. You could decide to bite his penis if you want, and there's nothing he can do about it to stop it. He can't preemptively be like, all right, I'm gonna make sure like your teeth are down there around his penis. So you could literally do whatever the fuck you want and he can react accordingly. But my battery is about to die. I have to change batteries. Okay. All right, change the battery. Where was I? I really take issue with if you have someone in your life that you confide in and you talk to about things that are intimate to you, this idea that you need to make someone feel bad for choices that were made or decisions being made on the fly or stuff like that. Like, okay, he came in your face. Why are you gonna make your friend feel bad? Maybe we should all try that. You know, like if you haven't tried it, maybe you like it. Maybe you like to feel that warm liquid on your face. And in some, I'm sure in plenty of cultures, I know, you know, people put semen on their face. It's good for your skin. It's got clearing, like skin clearing properties, and can extract bacteria out of your face or whatever. I mean, I am a big advocate of, one, don't knock it till you try it. Even if you have tried it, it's rude to knock someone else's decision to want to do it. And I get that she was trying to be a friend, and you know, she was pissed that he came in her eye, so she's telling her friend, and she wants her to be pissed as well. But don't use it later. Oh yeah, you're a slut, whatever, you're letting guys come in your eye. Like, it doesn't, no, you know, I don't know. My thing is, okay, so when I go out to eat, one of my biggest pet peeves, I have 2 children, and I tell them all the time, when you sit down and eat with someone, it is so rude to look at someone else's plate and say, oh my God, that's so gross, or ew, you know? And so I teach my kids, if something doesn't look good to you, you don't need to express, like, you don't need to impart your feelings about said dish or said whatever and onto your the other person's experience, right? And so I think it's the same thing. It's almost the same exact thing regarding partners, the type of sex that you have, the type of experiences that you choose to have, and whatever. Like, I'm sure I've done plenty of shit that people are like, oh my God, that's so fucking gross. Never, right? But you don't want to make people feel bad about the choices that you make. So I guess this is like a 2-part rant video. One, I want to know, has anyone out there had any experience where someone has, you know, come in your face without letting you know? If they did let you know and you stayed down there, you have to see that, like, it's kind of your fault. And by kind of, I mean it is your fault, okay? But now if they don't let you know, then okay, yeah, it's fucked up. And further discussion needs to be had about preventing that shit in the future. And guys, is this something that you've done, and that maybe like you've been like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna let her know, and I just want to come on her face anyway, or come in her mouth, or like, oh, whatever, I don't know, whatever things that you can think of. I'm really curious to know. So that's the first part. And then the second part is, I know we've all done it. I mean, I'm sure that before I became, in my head, I've become like super open and had like a revelation of open-mindedness and how I experience and how I think about things that don't even necessarily have to involve me. But I just like to think that I've come so far, but I'm sure before I experienced this, there was a time in my life where I was probably super judgy, and oh my God, I'm sure that I have been part of conversations where we're like just throwing all kinds of shame fucking rocks all around, trying to make people feel bad. And it's not even that you're trying to make people feel bad. Maybe you do it without even realizing it, but I just really feel like, look, it's not your food. You don't have to eat it, you know? Like, I love sushi, but not everybody loves sushi, okay? That's a great example. Not everyone. And then some people they like sushi, but their sushi is California rolls, you know? Or they like the cooked stuff only. But I'm like, bring it all to me. Give me some uni. I want all the raw shit. I want it. Bring it here. I do realize that is not what everybody wants, and that's not the type of experience that everybody is looking for. And it's not my place to make anyone feel bad, and it's not anyone else's place to make me feel bad. So if you want some cum on your face, then have at it. And if you want to cum on someone's face and you have their consent, then have at it. Don't make anybody feel bad for choices that are consensual. And I just have to reiterate, ladies, if you're down there and you're sucking his dick and he lets you know that he's about to come, it is your fault wherever that ends up. Really. If you're with somebody who is a shooter, obviously if you like pulled away and you can't help it and it goes like 6 feet or whatever, then make sure you angle it in such a way that it's not coming towards your face if that's what you're trying to avoid. You know, I like to think that I have great skill in angling my face away. If like right now I have a full face of makeup on, so if I was given a blowjob right now, I would not want my makeup messed up. So I would be very good. First of all, my earrings would be off, okay? But secondly, I am very good at angling my neck in such a way that no matter where it shoots, it goes away. And I make sure that I'm like, no. It's like, you know, you gotta like duck and jive, and it's outrageous. Okay, that's where I'm at today. So I don't know. Blowjobs and the coming on the face. If it's consensual and you like that shit on your face, you know, instead of rushing to the bathroom to wipe it off, maybe like leave it in. I have great skin. You know what, if I have a breakout, maybe I'll go suck some dick and then see what it could do for my skin, and I'll let you guys know. Like, if the semen on my face does anything, it might. You know, and guess what? What's the worst that can happen? I put a smile on someone's face. All right. I'm gonna go. Don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe. And please, guys, email me any questions you have, any stories. I'd love to hear this stuff. You know what I would really like? I would love it if you guys would email me story time and then I could just read them on camera and then talk about them afterwards. That would be amazing. Can you guys start doing that? Can we call it like magic story? Please. And so do that for me. You can email me, ebony@ebonykenney.com, and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let me know what you guys want to see, and I will be back with more.